Earth. Whatever the planet, whatever it is. Hi, Artie Pants, you hot? I said, Mom, I am hot because I just did a walk around, Mom, because I'm a man, Mom. That's what we do, Mom. We do men things. We walk around and pee. Come on in. Everybody's coming in to settle down. I'm going to take a couple moments, gather my thoughts. I haven't done a talk in a couple days. It's been weird, man. This freaking, the way people choose to conduct themselves is just, wow. Thanks for the content, Earthlings. Ma, you busy? You busy petting all the little grand dogs? Alright, I'm going to take a little, wet my whistle here. Strawberry lemonade with cherry Sprite. Some good things that have happened the last few days. Getting free haircuts. I'm getting free haircuts. I got a text from my barber the other day saying, "Hey, if you let me practice doing lines and stuff on your undercut, I'll give you free haircuts." I said, "Sure, why not? I don't see my hair. I don't care really what it looks like. I mean, mostly I wear it out of convenience." Who's sneezing? God bless you, buddy. You all right, sweet bud? Tuck? So, Mom, we wash Mom's hair. It always looks so pretty after we wash it. I said every now and again I'll go, "Ma, can we wash your hair?" And then sometimes it'll land on, after a lot of no's, not today. And there's the sweet spot. Yes! Okay. Anyway. So yeah, so she's gonna do lines and cool designs. Oh, you being mean to Benny? Let Benny pass. Come on, Benno. Your family guy too. She's a bossy. And he don't get to go back because he's a sticky boy. And sticky boys are not allowed in the fort. Good girl, Luna. Good girl, pretty. Let him up. Come on, Benny. Come here. Benny, where you want to be? You want to go up on the bed? It's your bed, too. She's not going to eat ya. Oh, she said, "You might, Marge. You might get Benny, Marge. Benny don't like to be get God, Marge, because Benny's a guy, and he's a nice guy, Marge. He's a nice guy. He's a guy, Marge. He's a sweet Marge. There he is. He made his way. Okay. So that was a cool thing. I got my stickers 2 days ago. I'm so excited to have stickers everywhere that says straight people like rainbows too. Then I lost them. I show one person. I show Maria at the store. That's the last time I remember I had them. And I wasn't even like dancing around and stuff like. So I don't know what happened. They're just gone. It's just slip. Timelines flip. Timelines are flipping. Dude, all the time. Everything that little minute change that happens in my current reality, it's like a timeline flip. And I look at timelines like a deck of cards. There's 52 cards and there's 52 weeks and there's so much potential to fill all of those days, and what people fill it with is just weird, and the whole earth is in balance with people's greed and neglect and all this low vibrational behavior, all this living that best life. It don't do nobody no good. I met a dude some time ago. Haven't seen him in a while. His name's Terry. They call him Boomhauer because he doesn't have any teeth, and he it's hard to understand him. I was around him a little bit more today, and I was like, I'm starting to get his cadence. I'm starting to understand what he's saying. It's just hard. I have to listen with both ears. I can't be listening to music and having a conversation with them. I have to focus. So we exchanged number because I saw him at the store. I had to go do laundry today. I have a $1,400 washer and dryer in my living room, and I went to go connect it, and I don't hear the like water gushing, and there's no signs of life out of the faucet. And so I take the line off, and I turn on the faucet without the hose connected, and nothing's coming out. And I'm like, this is funny, right? And so, so I called the landlady, and I let her know, and she just reminded me, she just said, okay, if you have any problems, call Juan. So I call Juan. You know, you narrow it down. I explain who I am, where I am, and all this stuff. Because when I talked to him, he was coming back from Albuquerque. I mean, just people are so busy doing all these things, yet nothing ever gets done. It's so weird. It's so weird. Taos is a very trippy place. It's like that old TV show, Erie, Indiana. Taos is a fucking trip. It's close to the 35th Paraline. It's and it attracts all kinds of people, and all these kinds of people are just all about themselves, mostly. A minuscule amount are about collective community consciousness. Most people are just sucking air and freaking eating freaking green and red sauce covered burritos. Anyway. Dude's name Juan. So, dude shows up. So this was like 3 days ago, and then so it took. And he called me like the day I discovered it. It was that night. He's like, "Well, it's 6:30 in the evening, and I'm driving back from." I said, "I don't want to do nothing tonight." So we tabled to the next day. I didn't hear from him by noon, so I give him a call. And then so I said, so you're going to be over what, in a couple hours? He's like, yeah. They're so dismissive. People are just so dismissive. Just, yeah. And nobody does what they say that they're going to do. And it creates a great deal of animosity. I mean, it pisses people off when they're standing around, waiting for people to show up. And they're just, whatever it is that they're doing, they're not doing what they said that they're going to do. So, homeboy finally shows up. Oh, I get a notification that I got my docking station for my Mac. So I go down to the post office to get my package because it says that it says deliver 941 post office, Ranchos de Taos, and they put it in the locker. And so I go and I check my mail, and I get a letter from the VA saying there's 2 cases of the measles reported in Taos. Come down and get vaccinated. And I'm just like, take me off your shot list. Don't even ask. It's a waste of a stamp. That's what they're about, is wasting resources. And that shit is all fucking poison. It's all fucking... This is an exit-only system, except for maybe a tattoo occasionally. Maybe not. Who knows? But exit only. I don't let things know. And so I go down there to the post office, and he's like, what's your tracking number? And I don't have service. There's dead spots. And I'm in a dead spot. And I said, well, and there's a woman there. And when I'm walking in, she's like, hey, I'm tired. Can you give me a ride? I'm like, yeah, sure. Just let me deal with this quick. And then so... I said I gotta go up the hill to get to service to take a screenshot of the tracking number, so I'll be back, and I'm just like inconvenienced. My ego's just like rah rah rah. I just want my shit. I want my sheets in my docking station. Rah rah. I'm just like, and so I give her a ride home and tip her down. I've given her a ride before. I gave her a ride to the hospital one time to go get breakfast. I can't even remember her name. It's just one of those random freaking players that just show up in life, and you just try to help people out. Whenever you can, there's always an opportunity to help people out. And so, give her a ride, get service, get the screenshot, go back to the post office. the lady, the checker, I already was there earlier, and we didn't vibe. So she kept saying, "Do you want me to help?" And I said, "No, I'm gonna just wait for him, because Joseph, the dude I'm used to, and I just wasn't in the mood to deal with anybody but with somebody that I got a good rapport with. Because I don't got a good rapport with everybody, because people are fucking phony and fake, and they're condescending, and they're asswipes, and I'd rather just them treat me shitty. Because I treat them good. Because everybody starts at a level playing field until they're a douche, and then most people are douchey. So I just hang out in our little bat cave, huh, Ma?
Yeah.
And watch. And we're gonna watch The Bear next. The Bear. We're gonna watch episode 7. I think there's only 10 episodes. Anyway, so the woman was real nice though, and because I didn't have a notification in my box, and so she looked it up, and she went over to I told her all the information that I had. I said, it says right here that they put it in a locker. So she went over to a locker, opened it up, grabbed my stuff, and gave it to me. And I did, instead of being like all jerky and put out, I was like, I knew you guys would find it. It was cool, and stuff. And she was like, didn't feel like, I didn't say nothing to make her feel bad, because it was just, people make mistakes. Dude, there's so many people that have so many problems. All they're doing is thinking about the problems that they've got, and they're not thinking about the tasks that they're supposed to be doing. And I understand that. My heart goes out. I'm grateful that I'm in a place where I don't have to deal with that world anymore. So I come back home. The maintenance dude comes over. I already had the hose off, and it was already, I said, that don't work. And he's like, like thinking, and he said and he was like trying to hem haw and dance around, like, and then I said, and then he starts talking about all these things that he needs to do. He said it's not connected. And then he starts talking about, he's like, well, I got to go through the wall here and put it in a line, and I have to go over here, and he's telling me all these things, and I'm like, whatever it is that you got, and he's like, so I got to go home, and I got to call the landlord and the landlady. I got to talk to the owners and see if it's okay if I buy the stuff I need to do this work. I got to get permission. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. I'm right there with you. I get you. Oh, man, you are, all about it, right? So as soon as he left, I sent the landlady, as soon as he walked out the door, I say, Juan came by to look at it. He's going to call you and Anthony to get permission to make the washer and dryer faucet active. It's not hooked up to any water line as of now. We're all deliberate humans. I just tell people how intentional I am. And then they play with me, and they'll see. We'll see how direct she is. We'll fucking play with her and see, I don't fucking care, dude. You're gonna be a shady fucking shyster freaking slacker motherfucker. I'll just tell the whole world, and so they don't gotta deal with you, but you'll probably pick up more business, because like attracts like. And so I get a text back saying, interesting, you should say that. We had work done specifically so the previous tenant could get a washer dryer.
Oh, my God.
She must have never got one. Anthony and I will talk later tonight. And I said I suspected that from his... Oh, my grammar is... Fucking people think I'm an idiot because I hate text and typing and shit. I suck. But I'm very articulate, as people can get if they listen to me. But anyway. And then I said, maybe if it's possible, like if he has to put a thing in the wall, then put a faucet outside too, so I can water shit, so I don't have to water plants with my freaking 2-gallon. Because I don't like doing that. It's just another chore I gotta do. It's just more fun to water stuff with the hose. It's a lot easier. So that was yesterday. And then he left, yeah. And then so I think it'll we'll see. The story continues. I think it'll pan out pretty quick. I think he'll clear his plate to make it right. I don't know, maybe. So I had to go do laundry this morning. And there are all these like people cuz it's like early in the morning. There's a huge homeless freaking addict community, outdoor like throwaway community, us disposables. There's a lot of us here in Taos, and people that choose to be fucking dirty and shady and shyster, I'll help anybody. Doesn't mean I'm gonna help people a second time. And I went over and I put the clothes in the wash, and then I went over to get a couple things at the market because I'm right across the way, and it's not a whole lot of people there. So I go inside and I get just a couple things and eggs, stuff like that, loaf of bread, and I leave and there's like I see 3 people homeless or like and I was like, are you guys? I'm leaving. And I'm like, but are you guys hungry? And they're like, oh yeah, So I go in and I get them some sandwiches in the deli, just like the little ones and stuff, like the little slider ones, easy. They're $6 a piece. I mean, they weren't like shit sandwiches. And so I go back out, and then I go to leave again. I hand them out to the people, and I walk down, and then I see Terry, a dude Boomhauer, a dude I recognize. And I was like, hey, dude, are you hungry? And he's like, yeah, I could eat. And he's like, could I get a Mountain Dew too? And I was like, sure, yeah, So I go back inside and I get him a sandwich that's easier for him to eat, softer, because he don't have no teeth. And from the time I go into the store and I came back out, the people that I initially bought the food for, one of them like dumped the sandwich out and threw the plastic just off to the side when they were right next to the garbage. Like they didn't like it, so it was like they couldn't just put it. I don't know. It was just weird. And then another one of the sandwiches I saw in the parking lot face down, like stomped on. Just like, don't take graciousness if you're gonna shit on it, because it's bad karma, And then so that's okay. Treat me, do whatever, It's only, I don't care. Money to me is what I have to do get things that I need, so other people can be happy. That's all. Anyway. So, are you being prissy? So, but it don't matter. Moving on. Terry is super grateful, and he's like, I tried to call you, and I keep getting recordings like this message. When you are a high vibrational frequential person, being, whatever I fucking am, I don't know. I think the powers that be know what I am, have a better idea than I do. I got a pretty good idea, but anyway. Technology, basically everything is divine, And I keep doing the right thing and just living my life without trying to be too much of a douche and like be too judgy and be too much of all the things I'm naturally inclined to be. If I can just learn to live against my natural inclinations, which I think I've done a pretty good job, then things seem to work out for me. And because I do that, God, Creator, protects me and Mom. So He's not going to put anybody in our past that's going to be too, cause, and plus, I'm not going to put myself in harm's way. Because Mom didn't raise no dummy, but my dad did. So, I said, well, here's my, I messaged him and I let him know he had my number and stuff. And he was like, do you have any work for me? And I said, I don't have anything right now. I said, there's things I want to do. But I got to get to know the guy a little bit better too. He's a good guy. He's a solid guy. Still, I got to be careful because people are unhinged. The whole world is coming unhinged. They're not practicing their emotional control. It's all gas, no brake. And so I know how I am, so I stay out of it. Mom always said it's easier to stay out of a problem than get out of a problem. So I'm just going to take heed to that advice. And with my free will, I'll just choose to follow that guidance. And so that I came home and I laid down for a little while because I'm having a hard time sleeping. One of these days I'm gonna just do the live at 2:00 in the morning, and just be like, hey, is anybody out there? Like tap 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 tap, like hey, see who anyone's there to hang. Because I know a lot of people are having they're just struggling with sleep. It's just we sleep too much because we're programmed, we're conditioned. You got to get 8 hours a night. No, you just have to get consistent rest. I'm good if I can get blocks of 4 hours of sleep. I am solid. I am golden, and or 6, stuff like that. But 8's too much. I used to get 8. It's too much. And so, but everybody's different. They got to find out what works for them. When I've been getting up in the middle of the night, I came home and I laid down. And then I got up and I was like, hey, Ma, you want a salad? I'm going to go to Super Save. They got good salads. I'm going to go get you a salad. And this is where this guy was hanging out at. And he had been messaging me while I laid down. And so I proceeded to, I was like, okay, I'm going that way. He's like, well, I'm here. And I'm just like, no, this is where I'm going to be. You can come where I'm at. I'm not going to go looking for it, And so he came to where I was because he wanted a pack of cigarettes. And so I said, I just gave him $20. I said, I quit smoking in 2010. I understand what it's like. I said, I'm not going to buy you a pack of cigarettes. I don't do that. But I said, here's $20. You can do with it what you want. And he said he got kicked out of the store, but he went in there to see. And he didn't, but he doesn't want the other people, because these people, like, there's the homeless population, it's because there's so many people that are scumbags, and then they gravitate to people because they're parasites, and then they get the wrong idea, like that you run with these people, and it's just like, no, man, I was just in the same place with that they were. But but there ain't all the budgets and all the land and they don't help people. They just don't help people, and more people are getting unhinged. Well, I got an idea for an app, so I need a programmer to come forth to me, and so we can figure out. And then I need people to help me do the verbiage, to write the letter, to get the funding, to get people paid in the community. And I'm asking people in the store. When I went to the grocery store, I saw a woman taking a picture of the display. And I know that, like, when delivery drivers, it's all pictures. Like, here's a picture of it after it's delivered. Here's picture, proof, picture. Well, for every picture that you take, let's see if I can find it, an example. I don't want to. Here, it has all the information on it, all that information. And well, I keep my phone pretty locked down. It's pretty secure, but you can add location, and with that location, like, it has GIS, latitude, longitudinal data tied to it, right? And my idea for an app is just to have everyday people, like homeless population, whoever wants to make their own community better. Whether they're going out and they're picking up garbage, we'll have pockets of, community people that just want to make it better too. No titles, just people that want to make things better. That will, like, have, like, 5-6 weed whackers. We could have a cup of coffee, hang out in the morning, stretch a little bit, then go out and weed whack for a couple hours. Then someone there, boom, $25 in somebody's Venmo, whatever it is, and you can just it's all there, and it's just accountability. Timestamp with the time of beginning, and then you have to send a picture of, like, the before product and the after product. And the woman and I said, because people want to do the work. They don't want to deal with the fucking bureaucrats, the stupid people that are saying, well, you can work in our office, but you can't. And you can, all that shit. Nobody wants to deal with that, but they want to deal with the work. I'm all about circumventing things. My whole life, I have had to learn how to circumvent systems. And all these fucking stupid motherfuckers on planet Earth that have said, no, you can't do that because I say so. And don't you know who I am? Yeah, you're a dumb motherfucker that doesn't have any practical skills. All you have is your word and your position and your title behind your fucking name. And you get to do whatever you want to do in your agenda. And that don't help everybody. And I'm sick of those people. They're false for profits. And so I'm trying to do stuff, and I'm following people on TikTok, like this one guy, he's circumventing shit too. And like if you make it a park, if you like have land and make it a park, then you can circumvent all kinds of fucking permits and shit like that. And I want to keep the government off my shit because it's not theirs. And if they had enough fucking sense, they would spend the money wisely. But in Taos, where I live, they spend $5.2 million on stupid bullshit high school projects in the town square. And then they put in these fucking stupid parking meters that are a nightmare and nobody wants but the mayor and his fucking dipshit friends that sit in his chairs next to him. That stand up with the pledge of... Just stop with all that pageantry. It's just so disingenuous. It's so disingenuous. So on my way to go meet Terry on the second time, I go all the back way. My grandpa taught me that. He was a Leo, August 6th. He always went, and I always thought it was so boring because I wanted to go fast because I was a little kid that always felt fast inside, and I was just chasing to make the outside matches my inside. What I learned to do is to slow down my insides, and it makes the outside world more manageable. And so I'm going the back way, and I'm at the top of the hill, and there's just like, and then there's like, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and of course this woman comes barreling down the hill, and I'm like, and I look, and I was like, oh cool, she has a stop sign. Yeah, she has a stop sign. Doesn't mean she's gonna fucking use it. And so I was at a stop sign, and I start to slowly pull out, and she comes barreling around the corner, and she near T-boned me. And I flinched. Like, she watched me because she's looking and she slams on the brake. And then I looked at her. I said, I started with the whole, you stupid, dumb fucking, and then I grabbed myself, all of me. Energetically speaking, not in a literal way. And I just went, Marge, you're okay. She didn't hit you. And then I just said, okay. It's okay. That I smiled real big like I'm not a mean, scary lady. Because I was so grateful. Yes. So why be mad about something that didn't happen? And she learned a lesson. Okay, shit. Another example of people not thinking about what they're doing because there's so much shit going on out there. Life is a trip, man. It's so funny how I go out of my way to avoid shit, and it's still like I'm still getting practice in all my affairs everywhere I go. So I am sad about losing my stickers, though. I am very sad about that. Hi, PETA. Hope you're good. I hope you're well. Hope you're all is well in South, because you guys are in your winter, huh? Are you going? I mean, like, I know Anastasia, astrology. She's going through it. She has to move again. And it's just like, I understand what those astrology. I think everybody needs to learn astrology, man. Because it's like, it's such a trip. We moved 6 times in 7 years. 6 times in 7 years. Not just like across the street. Not just up and down the way with so many people to help load trucks and lift. And no, it hasn't been like that. It makes for great stories, though. I'm a stronger, better person because of it, surely. And it hasn't turned my heart yet. My heart hasn't turned yet. I haven't taken that little twinkle out of my eye that Ma always says I have. You know? And then I come out from yesterday and I look at somebody fucking... maybe I was at the park. I can't remember where I was. But somebody hucked a big old loogie. See, that's the thing is like people... When people are like attracts like. I'm a joyful person. I'm self-sufficient. I busted my ass to just, be comfortable in life. Aside from the everyday things of losing stuff that you love, you can't change that. That's what life is all about. Just a loss and just not letting it taint you too much. And so, somebody freaking hucked a big old loogie on the passenger side. And I just think it's so funny because people know who I am, but I don't know who the fuck they are, and they're cowards. They're little bitches. Because that's how they act. They moved in the dark. I know that. Because I've been good to a lot of these people. And then when they're not grateful, they're never going to be fucking happy with what they're at, with what they have. So you're going to see, your kindness, your fucking shit on because they think that they're shitting on you. And the thing of it is just like, no, you're demonstrating more of what examples of how people choose to act and they don't have to. Like they're choosing to be a douche on planet Earth. They could be cool and they're just not. And where I live, it's just such a collection of fucking douchey people everywhere. And there's New Mexico plates on their cars just as much as there's Colorado, Texas, Utah. It's a people thing. It's not a geographic thing. People are just self-absorbed and they're going to learn the consequences. You go around, just do whatever you want. Just thinking about yourself. How many times are you almost going to have an accident before you have an accident? That's why I'm extra careful when I drive. Because I've had accidents in my life. And you can't plan for everything. No. So, I made some... Oh, I want to show people this. Go to the Dollar General because I was going to make a butter last night and I didn't have any and I didn't want to go all the way to the store and that's the closest place, so they had a different kind of butter. So, and then they had these orange vanilla cream M&Ms. Want to try them on?
Yeah.
So these are going to be the next cookies. Yeah, I think here's a green one, or a white one and a yellow one. Here's a few. Ready? What do you think? Tastes like those ice cream?
Yeah.
From the olden days?
Yeah, and they're real sturdy.
They're real sturdy?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
That's why I want to have a places for people like Terry to go. Where they can go out and do stuff in the day. But they have a safe place to be at night. And they can do laundry. And they can go to the bathroom without being hassled. They can shave. They can take showers. And then they can go out and use my app and make some money and help clean up the community without having to deal with all the Torons and shit like that. Moron with tourist. You jam those two words together, they're Torons. Just rude, just people that suck. So, winter's just around the corner. I mean, I feel fall in the air already where we are, so I'm thinking about how hard it's going to be for people already out there. And I get this text from him a little while ago after I got home. And I said, I'm gonna try and hook you up with some cold weather gear and make sure that you're gonna, you're not gonna be, it's not gonna suck so awful through the winter, kind of thing, you know. I just want to have a place for all these people to go. And he goes, I get this afternoon. I said, thank you for being a good friend. If I had a tent and somewhere safe to put it, I wouldn't be at the shelter because it's starting to get to me. This is my first time being homeless, going on 2 years after my wife passed away. And everybody, there's so many of these people that have these. And then I watch people come to this town with all they got and they flaunt it. And they go around, they're like, I go here and I do this and I eat at this restaurant and all you're doing, when all these people that are gluttony, they're just consuming. They're just, ooh, I'm eating this and I'm indulging in this and I'm trying this. That's just freaking shit that you're like forcing through your body. And then like it causes colon cancer and all this stuff because of all the overconsumption, because people are trying to make up for feeling like shit because they never do anything for anybody else. And their spirit knows that that's wrong, but their brain says, fuck it. Their ego says, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do what I want because I'm a human being and I got earth. I got thumbs, and free will, but I'm not going to do nothing to make any situation any better. So I'm trying to make things better. And people are too hung up on like, oh, she's so rude, she's so mean, she's so aggressive, she's so this. It's like, you're so fucking dumb, it's fucking late, you're so proving my point. Yeah, and it was funny, I go out here and I weed whack and stuff. And I put a post up on you. I said, well, you got to do it in the community because the community, they're not using their resources of all the money that they spend to buy the lawnmowers and the trucks and hire all the people to keep everything clean and orderly and tidy. They misappropriated the funds, so they don't do that. But you gotta do the work because there's consequences when you don't. And a lot of those times you got to clear the brush away from the streets because people are fucking dummies and they throw their shit that's on fire out the window and the shit lights up, or they throw their bottles or their cans or whatever. And the way the sun is now, it's like magnifying glasses and it don't take much, so people got to go out there and clean up shit. But the Taos doesn't do it. So I made that post, and sure as shit the other day I go out and I'm like, what is this line? And I start looking around, and then they brought the lawnmower out. They bought the dude that just rides around on the ginormous lawnmower, one guy. And it's just like, man, and it takes forever because he's just going everywhere. It's like, no, there's enough for everybody. There's plenty of money for everybody in New Mexico. They're just hogging it, and that shit never trickles down. And now we're everybody gets to deal with the karma. Everybody on planet Earth gets to deal with the karma of what it's like to freaking not give and live from your heart. And it's gonna be interesting to watch. Anyway.
Step by step.
Yep, step by step. That's all I got for now. I'm gonna go eat a bowl of cereal. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.